All right, I think we made it. Another another chatting stream. There's always complications. There's always complications before we start. But we're here. So, hey, if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, thanks for clicking on the video. Feel free to I'm saying complications and Discord just froze. There we go. Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, great. Okay. My video froze, but we're okay. We're okay. We're going to figure this out. We're going to figure out. It's always something. It's always something. Anyways, if you clicked on this video afterwards, I appreciate you guys for watching this. And yeah, tonight's going to be fun if everything works. And so far right now, it's not. So we will, yeah. We might just be listening to some guys until I figure out how to make this function. Jeez. Okay, bear with me. Everybody's here. Yeah, looking forward to this. Gotcha. Yeah, every time it's always something, and this time it's Discord. We always capture Discord, and that's how we do these group chats. And guys, I'm probably gonna have to hang up and join again. So, chat. I see everyone's here, and I can't read chat because I'm frantically trying to fix Discord. What do we got? Finally caught a live mystery Lee Coffee. Thanks for doing that. What is going on? It was like as soon as I went live, Discord just decided to just die. Okay, we're gonna get this, guys. We're gonna get this figured out. Watch me struggle live. Talks amongst yourselves. I'm frantically ending tasks. Here we go. I'm starting Discord. Are you going to give any shaved ball? No rigged any of that today. No, we're good. Happy Wednesday. Yes, it's been a long day. Today's Juneteenth. We actually got it off. My company that I work for gave it off, or like we all got it off, which was awesome. But I ended up doing some work at my sister-in-law's house, and that's what I spent my day. There we go. Okay.
There
Discord is back up. This is a good sign. This is good. Let me do this. Okay, this is good. Everything's looking good. And let's see if it worked. I'm going to hit this button, and we're going to know right now. I think we're... People here, is it frozen? Mike, are you acting frozen? Please don't act. Please don't do that to me. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and then Mike's camera goes.
Oh, no, that's I told you that might happen. I don't know what's going on. My camera is doing like some weird attract mode, so I may have to click a button here and there when it goes to the Sony screen.
All right, you can always edit this out of the video later. No, see, that's the thing. Everything that happens on this stream stays in the stream. I don't edit any of it. We are here. So what I was saying is, if you clicked on this afterwards, if you clicked on this on YouTube, thank you for clicking on the video. Feel free to leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. We are like within 20 people of hitting 4,000 subs. So I think last time I looked. So I know there are plenty of people. Everybody always says that in YouTube, that like we look at our analytics and more than 50% aren't subscribed. And that's 100% true.
Oh, totally.
Which is very funny to me. But we are very close to crossing 4,000. So if you're watching this live or afterwards, feel free to subscribe. But yes, thank you so much for being here. Chat, this is going to be a fun night. We're going to do our normal introductions. Who are you? What do you do? What was the last game of pinball you played? Craig, if you want to go ahead and start, go for it.
I am Craig Bobby, and I do the Top Stories news segment on the Pinball Show, which you can find on the Pinball Network's podcast. And thanks, Joel, for having me back. It's been a while, like we were talking about. Lots going on this spring and summer. I got down recently to a large arcade in downtown Toronto and was pleasantly reminded of all the awesome games that have come out in the last couple of years from Stern and others. So I was playing games like Stranger Things and the Cactus Canyon remake. I got to play Venom again. They actually have an LE down there that they had, and I didn't come across many games where I was like, oh, this is a real brick. Even I was playing Led Zeppelin again. So I basically played most of the Stern games over the last 3 or 4 years that they brought out. And when you have them all lined up and you play them one after another, you realize that there aren't many dogs there in that lineup. Maybe Led Zeppelin.
Ray Day, this is a perfect time to point out that Ray Day is in chat.
I did not knowing that he was there.
And Ray Day has asked, "Did you buy a Rush yet?" Kaz, thanks for the super bits, man. Really appreciate that. I'm guessing if you move your body just a little bit, Craig, we can see still Godzilla. He still has not bought Rush. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But I do have the latest Subway mod from Stumbler, and it is fantastic, as I'm sure you know, Joel, as well.
You can see it right there on the bottom of
my
screen.
Wow, what another incredible mod from him,
right
and
there.
Can't recommend it more. Yeah. The setup was pretty straightforward as well on that particular mod. And man, he just knocks it out of the park every time. It's crazy.
It's well, I'll talk about it when it's my turn, because there's give you a little taste. There's kind of a feud going on here between Godzilla and Jaws, and But anyways, so thank you, Craig. Thank you for being on here.
Thanks again for having me, Joel.
And absolutely, and you are totally right. I know I have Stern games. I know Hadi. I can see multiple Stern games behind him. Mike as well. Stern has a lot figured out. And that's something that honestly, I streamed Wick recently, and the Wick code, it says it's 0.81 or something. It doesn't feel like 0.81. It feels like about 0.6. If we're going to talk about percentages, the code is just not fully there yet. But, even with, kind of a bare bones code, we're going to be Stern shills, but Stern's got to figure it out. I mean, they just make good games. And even if they come out the gate not amazing like James Bond, they get it there. They get the game there. And it's the more and more games that I play from other companies, I really starts to stand out in my mind. Every company kind of does their own thing well, but Stern just they've got it figured out. So, all right, let's keep her going. Let's go to Hadi. Hadi.
Hi, I'm Hadi for Scope Pinball. The last game I played was a few hours ago. I went on location, played Deadpool Pro and Iron Maiden Pro. I've been having a great time getting a variety of play time in with location play. Kind of saves the wear and tear on my own pins. But for $20, unlimited, all you can play per month, I can't go wrong at this point. And I'm now dubbing myself the king of IRL pinball with my one phone and mirror setup.
It's ingenious, man. It's awesome. Yeah.
But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. I'm also doing it because I've got a big summer of competitive pinball coming up.
Yeah.
I've got Pinburg, the Beast, Papa 21, and the UK Open. So I'm going to be traveling a lot, and I'd really like to do well at those. So playing as much as I can on location at lunch is the best plan for me.
Yeah, and it's awesome. I'm assuming you get looks, or you have people ask what's going on with your mirror. Yeah.
Sometimes I've gotten into it with one guy because I was on a pin. When I set up, I play for a couple hours. But if anybody ever wants me to move, I'm happy to move. Like, it's not, I do the etiquette as much as I can. All I need to know is they want to play.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell me he wanted to play, and it was just me and him, and there's like 15 pins. So the next day he was like, "Hey man, you're gonna be on this the whole night?" I was like, "Dude, just ask me if you want." I was like, "Just tell me you want me to move. I'd be happy. There's plenty for us to play." So, but most people are super kind. All the operators so far have been very welcoming, and they even are kind of intrigued by the setup, and they always ask me, "Hey, let me know if anything breaks," and they've been very responsive. So
that's awesome.
I couldn't have asked for a better setup, really, right now.
So this is like a commercial that took, weeks in the making, but Hadi, if we can just listen for just a second without you talking, I don't hear anything. And that, That is because you actually replaced all the fans in your machines with the
did.
Pinmunk fans.
Every
Yeah.
Stirring has a Pinmunk fan and a quiet fan in it on the power supply. It's awesome. I'm really happy with the new part or mod for my pins. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Catch me weekdays in the afternoon. If you have a game you want me to play, I've got every Stern Pro basically next to me.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been fun.
Mike, before we go to you, there is a good question in chat, and I just want to say it out loud, but we'll go to you and then we'll answer it afterwards. So, guys, I need help picking my next game to buy. Can you name a few options of games with depth and fun shots? I have Godzilla, Foo, and Jaws. What's next? So, just be thinking, just stew on that. Godzilla, Foo, and Jaws. What would be a game that would fit well in that lineup? So, with that out there, Mike, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Mike, streaming on the Pinballers channel on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Mostly focusing on like tournament streams most of the time now. But we've also been busy. We've been traveling out for tournaments and whatnot as well. Recently, just came back from Rochester after a nice weekend there doing some tournaments. Speaking of the Beast, we are the official streamer of the Beast this year, so we will see you there, Hadi. I'm sure we'll get you on stream at some point, doing some commentary or whatnot. But looking forward to that as well. And the last game I played was Demolition Man. Actually, it's finally working. I've had a lot of issues. I've had the game since December last year, and it hasn't fully worked since. I also haven't had a lot of time to get to it, so I finally got everything working. I took it apart. I took the game apart, shopped it, all the ramps and everything. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the game and seen what's in it, how many wire forms and ramps and everything in this game, but it was by far the worst game I've had to take apart. And I didn't take any pictures either, so putting it back together was fun, because you got to do it step by step, because if you put other things in and miss putting something in, you got to take it all apart again and redo it. But anyways, yes, that is the last game I played. We've owned 2 of them. It's a fantastic game. Not very deep. I love the movie. I love the callouts in the game. It's fun, and we just enjoy it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here. And my name is Joel. I do the Triple Drain Pinball podcast, and then obviously I do the Flipping Out stream every Wednesday night. If I'm playing games, I'm playing with my brother. Otherwise, I do Flipping Out with friends, and we have a lot of fun doing this. Last game I played was Jaws. I've been playing the heck out of Jaws Premium. I don't see one in Hadi's room, and I don't see one in Mike's. It's great. It's a really good game, and I'm really enjoying it. And the problem is, I've talked about this many times. I like having a very diverse collection, as in, like, my main games. If I can fit 4 in the basement, I have Godzilla, Cactus Canyon, TNA, and then I leave the 4th for whatever game I'm borrowing from Zach. And there's logic behind the 3 picks I have. Honestly, the game that gets played the most is Cactus Canyon, and that's just because when friends and family or anything like that come over, that is the game that people step up to. It's just super approachable. They understand what to do. Even my 4-year-old son, he loves playing it because he gets to see, I'm hitting Bart and I'm seeing his hat go up, and so to me, there is a lot of charm there. That Bally Williams charm. I saw that in chat, that somebody's like, hey, with that the person that asked, I think it was Davey who had asked, they have 3 Sterns. It might be worth getting like a Bally Williams, something to kind of mix it up. But then I also have TNA, and TNA is such an incredible co-op game. That's why I love it. It's fast, it's brutal, and it doesn't feel like a Stern. It feels like a different pin. That's what I like about that. And I still have Turtles at my parents', yes. And I really enjoy having Turtles at my parents', because you go over there and it kicks your butt for 30 minutes, but you have a great time. And I really, really, really like that. I also see people in chat talking about how Medieval Madness, apparently, they've been talking about remaking Medieval Madness. I will tell you right now, I told Zach a year and a half ago, if Medieval Madness has ever remade, put me on the list. because that is a game that as much as Cactus Canyon is being played, it's a game I would consider owning just because what brings me joy is to share the hobby with other people. I know myself, I'm not the type of player that goes down and plays by myself for 2 hours every night. Like I just don't do that. Maybe when my kids are older, if that's something they want to do, but I stream the game. I put in a few games every day by myself. But otherwise I love seeing other people play or playing games with other people. So that's what I'm getting out of Cactus Canyon. Now, with all that said, Jaws is so freaking good, and my brother loves that game. My brother, he's like, Joel, I know you never want to get rid of Godzilla, and Godzilla's really, really good. But if in your stupid variety lineup, this is Jared talking, he's like, if you can only keep one, I'm kind of leaning towards Jaws right now. Like maybe you should get rid of Godzilla for Jaws. My dad, somebody had mentioned I have turtles over at my parents. My dad said he actually played it. He stepped up and played it and was laughing and smiling. Not a Jaws fan. He actually hates the ocean. He's like terrified of drowning. But he played Jaws and he's like, this is fun. Like there's just something about the music and the theming and the bashing the shark and all this. And he goes, if you bought this and swapped it out for turtles at my house, I would not be upset. So it's basically what my dad, which he's never said anything like that. So Jaws is really freaking good. It's really freaking good. Oh, Jared's here. Jared, Jaws is so good. Buy it. Yep. Jared. Thank you, Jared, for being here. Yes. So my answer, I was a long-winded answer, but Davey, my answer would be, I would consider looking outside of Stern. Maybe, well, let's start with that. If you were to add a Stern game, we'll go around. If he was so he has Jaws, Godzilla, and Foo Fighters. If he was to add a Stern game, what game would you add in that collection? We'll go with Craig first. Jaws, Godzilla, Foo Fighters.
Probably Jaws. Although, he
has Jaws. He has those three. That's what I'm saying.
Aside from those three.
He has them already. He has Jaws, Godzilla, Foo Fighters. He needs a fourth pin.
Oh, he needs a fourth.
He needs a fourth pin. Yep.
So I would either go something a little bit older, like I agree with you, Joel. That remake of Cactus Canyon is such a fun game. I played it down at the arcade I was at as well, and it's just fantastic. That LED /DMD screen they have on it. It's just super inviting to play, and it just puts a smile on your face in a different way than the Sterns do. It is I think a great representation of a 90s Bally Williams game. I think there's enough depth in it to keep a seasoned pinball person happy, and it's easy enough for a novice to get into it as well. So I would recommend something like that, or go to something like a Stranger Things that's got a more of a classic fan layout, which I quite enjoyed playing again as well, or a Deadpool. I love the Deadpool as well, because again I just think it has some very unique shots and is just one of those games that makes you want to keep playing it. Anyway, those would be my top three. Yeah.
How do you play every game every day at lunch? So Jaws, Godzilla, Foo Fighters. What would be a good addition, a fourth one to that?
Yeah, you've got 3 pins that I would consider on the easier side, if you want to put that in air quotes. So you need something to kick your ass. You're either going to go old school with a System 11 that's going to give you short, quick burst type games, Whirlwind, Diner, something that's lighthearted enough where you're not going to feel downtrodden after you get your ass kicked. Or if you want to go newer, my favorite coded game, Walking Dead. It's quick enough to where you'll earn any point above 100 million, something like that, where you can see progress that you deserve. It's a lot of fun. I think Lyman did an insanely good job on the code. Like I said, it's my favorite coded game, but I would go in those two eras. You don't have to go as far back as an EM. I have a skate ball with 5 sterns. I love it because it gives me, when it works, it gives me some quick gameplay. I don't want to sit and go through and slog through a 30-minute game to try and get to the wizard mode. I do think you have 3 of the easier pins on the market right now, so I would definitely look for something harder and more challenging if that's the variety you're looking for.
Ray actually came in with a really solid answer that I know both Hadi and Mike would like, which is Black Knight Sword of Rage. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to get away from. Yeah, I was trying to get away from the newer sterns because that would be my new stern suggestion. If you're looking for something fast and quick, I would definitely say Sword of Rage.
Mike, what are you thinking?
Good question. Now, if we're talking, you're wanting to add another stern to the collection, like another modern stern to the collection. If it were me, I would probably go with a Bond. The George Gomez. Yeah, there's some really unique stuff going on with that, and that game. I didn't like it when it first came out, as you had mentioned about the code and whatnot earlier. But as the game has developed further and further along with the code, I think it's just become a really solid game. So that is a game that I want one for myself too, actually. So that's a game that I would add to it. Now, if we're not talking like another Stern or anything available on the market right now, your money's not an issue, Elton John.
Oh,
definitely, man. Elton John. That is such a good game. In my opinion, JJP's best game is Elton John, and it's not even close. So that is definitely a game I would also recommend. But if you're wanting to go older and games that maybe secondhand games down, Simpsons Pinball Party is a good game with a lot of depth too. I know that's another Stern, but Bolly Williams, Twilight Zone, those types of games are all fantastic. Lots of modes, lots of stuff to do in them. So there's lots of good options out there, though, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm reading chat here, and I know, Davey, the original question was game with good shots and a lot of code. So if I completely ignore that, I'm just thinking, yes. So the 3 games you have all shoot incredibly. I mean, Keith Elwin Godzilla, Keith Elwin Jaws. They shoot amazing, very incredible shots. A lot to do. That's what Keith does so well. You can go so many different paths and so many different things. But then Foo Fighters, what a creative layout. What an incredibly creative layout and a much more digestible code. Tanya really crushed it on the code there. I say I only give Tanya credit because Ray's in chat. I just do it to piss him off every time. Tanya's code is the best. It's so good. But it really is. Like that's a fantastic game. So I'm just trying to think of Hadi was talking about like a game that kicks your butt. If I'm thinking of a game that kicks my butt and I'm thinking Stern, I'm going to think Turtles. I'm thinking Turtles. But if I want to go outside of Stern, that was what I was thinking. You have 3 Stern games. You want to go outside of Stern. Of course, the first game I think of is TNA. I just think TNA in a lineup is so different. It's just a great change of pace. That's what I like about it. It feels different. With that said, somebody in chat mentioned Labyrinth. And honestly, I miss Labyrinth. I genuinely miss Labyrinth. Carl D'Angelo, who is, arguably one of the greatest pinball players currently alive. I mean, he's really freaking good at pinball. I still talk to Carl and I'm like, hey, are you like, he bought a Labyrinth. And if a guy that good with that much skill, I'm like, how are you still enjoying at Labyrinth? And his answer is yes. Like he's really, the layout is challenging. The modes are really unique. It's just a fun game. It's just a really fun game. So Davey, if you're looking at stepping outside of Stern, potentially, Labyrinth is legit. Labyrinth is a fun game by the Topper. The Topper adds all these funny callouts. It's pretty awesome. If you want to go something more like old school, TNA. TNA, you may even still be able to get them new. TNA would be what I'd suggest. But Mike had a solid recommendation of James Bond. Not James Bond. I do like James Bond, but Elton John. Elton John, that game, I'm with you. It's probably, I think I really like Hobbit, but I think I think it is JJP's best game. Even though I'm really a huge fan of Hobbit, it just is a fun game, and it's a fun game to just step up, like rock out. You don't have to play it for 2 hours to enjoy it. Like, you're going to enjoy it in the first 30 seconds of playing it. It's really that good of a game. So
yeah, it caught me by surprise. I like a friend of mine picked up the platinum edition with the crazy laser topper and everything, and I went over to his place to play it a couple of times, and he bought it because he played it at TPF, and he just kept going back in line to play the game over and over again the entire weekend. And when I played it, I was just I mean, Elton John, I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, he's good, he's fine and everything. There's nothing wrong with his music. I like some of it. I didn't realize, how much Elton John I actually know. When you play the game,
you know every song.
Yeah, but everything about the game is great. The layout, the shots. It's not overly deep, but it's not shallow. It plays really fast. It's the fastest playing JJP by far. The animations in the backlash are amazing. It honestly has the total package, even for non-Elton John fans, which I'm not. And if money weren't an issue, it would be in my basement right now too. So
it is really good, and I know so many people are waiting to potentially grab one on the second market, hoping it takes the typical JJP drop, of those 2,000 ish. And they're just not there. There's nobody's selling them. Nobody's selling them. And that says a lot about the game. So, what scares me is, they said they're almost done making the CEs, and really it kind of comes down to how long are they going to make these games? Because if everybody's just waiting to get one used and nobody's buying new, there may be people that are missing out. It's really good. It's really good. That's been a game that I've thought about. That would actually fit really well at my parents because it's so approachable.
Is the CE? The CE is the one with
the top one.
That's the one that my friend got. I'm sorry, I got platinum.
Yep.
CE is the one that he has with the topper and everything.
Okay. I did one question I did kind of want to ask the three of us in chat. Feel free to share your answer as well. But currently, where are you at when it comes to buying pins? Craig Bobby's talked about buying a Rush for about, 5 years. Do you have another? What is that? Is that a backglass, or do you have another pinball machine back there?
You're talking to me?
Yeah, Craig.
It's a backglass. It is a backglass from Flash Gordon.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you at? Well, Craig, besides continuing to piss off Ray, which I'm all for, why haven't you bought a Rush yet? Where's your mind at? Where's everybody at with their current thoughts on potentially buying a game?
We're probably going to be moving in the fall next year. So I've got that kind of in my brain as well. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, that's another machine I'll have to move. I'm just going to wait. Okay. And then maybe buy more than one when we get set up in our new place. So I'm just trying to, enjoy what's out there as far as play as many of these games as I can between now and then to get a sense really of what's available, from all the manufacturers. And I think, to your point, Joel, there's just so many good games out right now that you could potentially get. It's tough. Like even 3 or 4 years ago, it was a lot easier to make your decision. I feel like where Elton maybe only had a couple of games out, Iron Maiden and Avengers, then Godzilla started to add another layer to that. And then since then, I just feel like even from some of the other manufacturers like Labyrinth, JJP, there's just a lot of choice out there. Chicago Gaming with Pulp Fiction, you can go and spend a lot of money if you have it, and in a lot of ways, there's no bad choices. It just comes down to your taste. Which is awesome for the hobby. Like it really is. The pinnacle of the hobby right now. It's like there's just a lot of great things happening, I think.
Erica, she was at the Stern event. Erica just
sold the Big Lebowski.
2 of my games. Definitely looking at getting something else soon. I have a game I really want, but California Extreme likes. Yeah. It's Big Lebowski would be an awesome. Yeah. So I mean, my answer is I know, just looking ahead, planning and whatnot, I will probably look at buying a game towards the end of the year or early next year. That's kind of where I'm at. But with rumored titles like X-Men 97, which if you haven't watched that show is freaking amazing. Like I grew up
Mhm.
on X-Men the animated series. Um, that is a theme that is like that draws, that's calling my name.
Mhm.
But I'm kind of a wait and see on that. With this rumored Metallica remake, especially if if they add like expression lighting or an LCD, or take, like, I love Metallica how it is, but if you tell me you're going to add more light show, potentially add LCD to it, now that Stern's doing this expression lights on the speakers, you give me all those bells and whistles to an already great game like Metallica. And my dad's a huge fan of Metallica. That would be a fun game to put at their house. Like, that's tempting. It's right there. This game's so freaking good, Jaws. Like, I don't know if I won Project Pinball tomorrow and they're like, all right, pick a Stern game. What are you? I mean, I think I'd think about 2 seconds and I just take Jaws. It's so good. And then Chad said it right at the beginning. The fact that Medieval Madness is potentially going to be remade. It's like, well, should I save my money and just get in on that? So that's where I'm at. I'm at a holding pattern between like 4 to 5 great games, and there could be an amazing game released tomorrow. That's life is
Mhm.
hard, right? This is
Mhm.
first world problems. But
It's true.
that's where I'm at. El Cheapo is opening his wallet. No, Dad's not paying for any of this. No, it would be, I would get a game and I'd stash it over there for a little bit. Oh yeah, and then there's rumors of Harry Potter being next. Harry Potter's the only
Yeah.
game. My wife.
Yeah.
This was like years ago.
Yes.
I was like, if there was a themed pinball machine that you would actually want, she goes Harry Potter. So it's like, crap. That's yeah. It's a,
That's
I mean,
that's the answer for a lot of people.
I know.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Hadi, where are you at? Are you just buying all the things, or you're holding off for a little bit? Now that you can play everything
Yeah,
on lunch, or what?
yeah. I mean, the great thing about playing on location constantly is it kind of gets the FOMO out of my system.
Okay.
I add when games come out, I add them to my wish list and on Pinside, and Jaws was that for me. It's another Elwin. It looked great, plays great. I had Wick on the wish list because I really enjoyed what I played of it,
Yeah.
minus the early code right now. But honestly, I'm kind of in a holding pattern. I've bought 5 LEs, and I see the market the way it is right now, and there's just no point in buying new in box for me. It doesn't make any sense financially, responsibly. But I also promised my wife I bought 5 within a year and a half, 2 years. So
Yeah,
I
you
told her
dove
I'd slow
in.
down. Yeah. So I'd slowed down a little. I wasn't going to buy anything. Then Venom came out, and I can't. Well, I can, but I
Yeah.
can't not buy a Dream theme. So, for me, though, looking forward, X-Men 97, like yourself, that was my first introduction Saturday morning Fox cartoons
Oh
to
man.
Venom on the Amazing Spider-Man show. So X-Men 97 would be a home run. It's not like a top 3 Dream theme for me, but it would speak volumes
Well,
to my collection and what I would want.
Hadi, let me
On the
ask
flip
you
side,
this then: if
Mhm.
there was a rumor that I heard that what if X-Men 97 was just like, what if Borg took the original X-Men pinball machine and they just redid the art and maybe added, like,
An LCD screen.
yeah,
Oh, it's like
would you be upset
it's like
about that if
I mean, not really. I'd love a new one. I mean, it reminds me of the arcade one-ups that just came out. They have a X-Men 97 branded
okay.
Marvel vs. Capcom cap, and it looks cool. It's a great game. I like the original X-Men Borgs. So would it bum me out? Yeah, I would say it bum me out that it's not a new layout. I like new things.
Yeah.
Remakes are great, but I like to see where they can push the medium forward and the hobby. So if you give me a Borg or a Danger or Elwin, Eddie, any designer on X-Men 97, I'm just in. And then on the flip side, I'm also looking at older titles. I really would like to get
Yeah.
better as a competitive player. So I was looking at World Poker Tour, some of these older titles that will sort of teach me some new things and have a lot of depth to them as well. So right now, I've kind of figured out I'd like a variety in the lineup, but at the same time, always keeping my ear to the ground and seeing what's going to come out. Just not buying new in box. I think if you're buying new in box right now, on the higher tiers of the additions on different pins, you got to kind of see what they're selling for, not as a financial investment, just like, save a few bucks if you can wait a couple months. If you can't wait, buy new in box. But,
maybe, yeah. Real quick, let's just do I read a comment here. So 00 Bond Sun 1 mentioned that I think he said he bought 4 pins this year, and the wife is not too happy. So just moment of silence for their love life, just real quick. All right, thank you. We just need to get that out. I mean, we've all been there, right? We've all been there. But I hope you're enjoying your games, man. Hope you're loving. Thank you, boys. That's a hero. That's perfect. Mike,
gonna have lots of time to play them soon.
Yeah. Mike, did you buy a taxi yet? What's going on?
Oh man, I'm still waiting for a taxi. Yep. They don't come up very often, and anytime they've come up, I haven't been in a position to buy one. So yeah, definitely on my list of something I want to buy. Now, my collection, as it stands right now, we're full. Actually, I have one extra game than I can fit in here. It's at a friend's house right now. We have a Stern Meteor that's kind of sitting somewhere at someone's house. But that doesn't mean I don't want to add new games to the collection. It's just a matter of what goes, right? Like what goes. I think
that Dragon Slayer is what needs to go right there.
A pin doesn't fit there.
A pin?
No. I don't think you can't see it, but the wall actually protrudes out a little bit there. Yeah. So I can't really put it, and then there's like a couch right beside it on the other side. So we can't really do anything with that. So I could slip another one beside Demo Man, but I don't know if you can see here, but the ceiling is really small. So I have to put like the 27.5-inch legs on the games on this side. Way. So
for real?
It's not, like the old,
it has shorter
style.
legs.
Yeah. They're well, some of the older games came with shorter legs, the older Gottliebs and stuff. So I have those legs on. I have a Johnny Mnemonic and a Demo Man, and they are literally millimeters from the roof, and they're quite low. They're quite low.
Look at my Godzilla.
Yeah. It's exactly. But you have the regular legs on it. If I stand up right now, my head is probably this far from the ceiling. Just in this spot of the basement, back there is fine.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I would have to get rid of games, and like what Hadi said, I'm not an LE or a premium buyer, so buying a Pro and whatnot is really not too bad. I mean, you're going to lose money regardless, and that's just the way it is, right? I mean, you're never going to get your full money back, but you're going to enjoy the game anyway, right? So, we have 2 IFPA discounts in the house between Carter and myself that we can use every year. And for those who are aware, like the IFPA discount, anybody in the top 1,000 can buy one Stern game a year at an IFPA discounted amount. So our goal is kind of like to use that up every year. And if we don't, I offer it up to a friend, maybe if they want to use our discount, which I've done as well. So I'd love to get a Jaws. I'd love to get a Jaws, and I'd love to get a Bond. Those are the 2 games that I'm kind of eyeing right now. What goes? I don't know. That's a good question. Carter wants Foo Fighters gone. He's had his time with it. He gets to the end all the time on the game. He blows it up. So, and I've thought about getting rid of Godzilla, and not because I don't think it's one of the best pinball machines ever made. The reason I would get rid of it is because everybody has it. So I wouldn't miss it. If I go to a friend's house, they're surely going to have a Godzilla. I'll be able to play it there. I'll be able to play it at the arcade. Like everywhere I go, there's a Godzilla. That's not a bad thing. That just shows how good the game is. So maybe I get rid of Godzilla, bring in a Jaws, Elwyn for Elwyn. I don't know. I that's something I'm really thinking about.
So
the Rush.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't think there's a whole lot of them out there. The code is great. Yes. You're Canadian. You gotta.
But what I'm hearing is between you and Carter, both very good, respectable players. You would prefer to give up Godzilla or Foo Fighters over Turtles. That's what I heard.
In fact, both of us. So we have we've slowly sort of gotten our collection to a point where like we have a good mix of everything. We have like 4 Bolly Williams games. We have 5 new Stearns. We have a couple of EMs, solid state. So we have five new Stearns right now. And of those 5, both of us have said Turtles is probably the last one to go. That and Iron Maiden. Those two.
Still, I know.
Yeah. And I crapped all over the game when it first came out. I didn't like it, but it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
It's probably the game that gets played most.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's you froze a little, but I get it. Conti saying he's warming up to Turtles slowly. Turtles on location is tough. I kind of had the same opinion of Star Wars on location. You know, when you just play and your ball's gone in 30 seconds, you're like, this game sucks, and you have no interest in playing it again.
Yeah.
But when you get it in the house and you can learn the shots, I really like the game. I really like the game.
And you know what? Like, it's the reason why I felt like okay getting rid of Black Knight's Sword of Rage, even though that was why one of my favorite. It still is one of my favorite games. Yeah. I mean, it's challenging the same way. It's fast. It's challenging. It's not too deep, but it's deep enough. The thing with the turtles and having the different turtles when you have them leveled up.
Oh yeah,
playing with a different turtle, it makes you play the game differently.
Yep.
Because you get different perks and different things are worth more. So you chase different things depending on which turtle you are. Yes, there may be one turtle, you know, Raphael, whatever, that may be a little overpowered, right? So if I'm playing, you know, for a score, then I'm going to go with that. But you know, each turtle really does make you play the game differently. So it expands the game a little bit. So
I'm with you. I just think there are people that have given Turtles a thought, and I will continue to preach how great it is. But they've given it a chance over the last year, and I don't know if anybody in chat bought and sold Turtles. Has anybody in chat bought and sold Turtles? And if you did, I see Merc DDs. Turtles is great. We'll never sell. If anybody in chat bought and sold Turtles, and if so, Pinmonk doesn't count. He owns 2 games. He buys them. Not Victor. You don't count. And I know Ray Day has because he freaking beat the whole game. But that's Ray. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna let that go. Mike prepared a game for us. I bought Turtles when it first came out and still own it. G Money's got it. Love Turtles. It's bolted. That's my boy. There you go, Curtis. Well done. Trying to get my buddy to trade me some arcade games for a Turtle. Retro Ralph. He knows. Ralph, it's good seeing you, man. Turtles LE's not lead. Mervin knows. Yeah. Mervin won. Mervin's got the topper, I think. What did he win? He won like a shooter rod or something. I know Mervin did on one of these streams for Turtles.
I also have, I don't know if you can see, I have the very last Leor mod, you know, the little button.
On the button right next to it.
Oh, so nice. It's, So we souped it up and everything. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
It's a great game. It's a great game. Okay, so Mike prepared a game for us, and basically what he did was he zoomed in to pinball machines. He like zoomed in a photo to different aspects of the pinball machine. So how do you want to play this game? Because do you want us to
I think maybe you guys should all grab a pen and paper and all guess at the same time, and then maybe you can keep track of your scores that way, or you can do one at a time. I think it might be fun to see if you can all guess, because I know some of you have some specialties with newer stuff, and some might have some older specialties in knowing some of the games, and a little in between. So there's a bit of everything in there. I don't think they're too hard, but then again, maybe they are. I did put it together really quick, so hopefully the pictures are of good enough resolution. But if they aren't, it just makes it more interesting because it's hard to see the picture.
Okay, so this is So Craig, Hadi, you're gonna have to keep score, Mike. So Craig and Hadi, don't look at chat until you've guessed. So I just pulled up the notes app. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna type her up on my notes app and then do one of these. So, so we're gonna go for, what do we do? What if we do this? You get a full point if you guess the game. If you can't guess the game, guess the manufacturer. And you get
so 1 point each. Yeah.
Well, I'll say manufacturer. Like if you know the game, you know the manufacturer. I was just
maybe. There could be something in there that throws
Okay.
you off.
All right. Okay, I am going to share. This has been up for a while. I'm going to share the screen. Here is game number 1. Game number 1. Everybody, Hadi and you guys can see that. Yes. You can see that, Hadi and Craig.
Yes.
Yep.
We got Gary Stern as a guest here on this one.
Oh, I can fix that. I can fix that. He was here last week. He's still here.
Don't look at chat. Don't look at chat because they are already providing some answers. So.
I got my answer typed in. Are you ready to reveal? All right. 3, 2, 1. Elvira, House of Horrors is what I wrote. Elvira, perfect. Okay. Bing, bing, bing.
All right.
Blues Brothers.
So everybody gets a point.
What are you typing on, Hadi? That was huge.
I just got it. I typed in big text display on the App Store, and this is what it gave me in the last 2 seconds. Literally,
that works really well.
Yeah.
Big text display.
It was the first.
Don't forget to write the manufacturer as well. If you know the manufacturer, get an extra point for that. Yeah. Well,
so that's what you want to.
You guys all know. Okay. You guys all know.
Yeah. Big text display. That's so great. Big text display app. Is that what it is?
Yep. This is the first one.
All right. We're
gotta be quick.
Yep. You were all over that. You were all over it. Okay. I downloaded. I have opened my big text display app. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. Next one. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tell me when.
All right, I'm ready. I gotta figure out how to use this app.
It's the second.
All right, 3. Do you know, Craig?
I'm gonna take a guess. It's one of 2.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Taxi.
Taxi. All right. So that's 2 points each. Yeah, they're not too hard. They're not too hard.
You can also go horizontal landscape. That'll make it a lot bigger.
Well, how do you finish typing? You hit return? No.
Just you have to. Yeah, you just have to not return. I just did it. Shoot. How did I do it?
All right, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, just hit the save thing. I think on the top.
Okay. All right. Next one. So we're all good. Next one.
Oh, we lost Mike.
Yeah, Mike's camera keeps going into a track mode.
It's like some weird. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just have to keep hitting the button when that.
Number 3. Oh, I got it. Yeah.
I can't see that one. Hold on.
All right.
It's so big it goes to a next line.
Okay.
Man, chat is on the ball, so make sure you guys aren't looking at that.
I'm typing and hitting save.
This is gonna be a tough one. You know what? I'm backing out. Hold on. I have to look at it a little bit.
Oh, so it saves it. I see now. How do you?
All right, I'm gonna take another guess.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
All right.
Let her rip.
3, 2, 1. Boom.
Aerosmith.
Yep. We're all.
Oh God, I did it.
We did it.
All right.
Originally, I put Black Knight, and then I crossed it off.
Yes.
So you guys are shooting 1,000 right now.
Okay. There we go. Next one.
Hopefully some of them will throw you off.
Let's go. Here we go. Ooh. I'm getting thrown off. You're throwing me off.
Flashing.
It's gonna be. Don't look at chat. It's gonna be interesting to see if someone in chat knows this game. There's some subtle things in there that'll give you some hints.
Yeah,
a broken game.
Yeah.
A broken game.
Give me a couple seconds. I'm trying to think of what I see right now.
A blue playfield.
Don't forget the manufacturer too. That'll give you an extra point here.
Oh man, that thing on the shoot.
That foot.
I don't know.
An extra ball right at the. I'm not looking at chat. I don't know. I'm just guessing the manufacturer. I got nothing.
That's okay. It's like chat has like 15 different guesses here. So
yeah. All right.
Okay.
But don't look at chat.
I'm just guessing manufacturer. I don't know.
All right. All right.
Manufacturer, I guess Bally Williams.
Bally Williams. Okay.
Something Data
It says
East.
bracelet
Something Data
value
East.
on the right.
Okay.
What did you
I
guess?
said Meteor.
No.
Okay. So you're all wrong. It's Gottlieb.
Gottlieb.
System 3. Most of actually the chat, most of them have it there, but Ray Day got it first. It's Street Fighter 2.
Oh,
That's the
that's
bracelet
his
value
foot. Yeah,
part.
Leg. That's
the leg on the
one of
guy.
characters' leg. Yeah.
Street Fighter Mike over here is pulling his.
There
shirt
you
back.
go. Of course, Street Fighter's going to be in there, right? Of course
What
it
is
is.
what is the
Nice.
bracelet value on Street Fighter? Is that saying like the championship bracelet?
That's
'Cause I
the
see
skill. That's the skill shot. So at the
Okay.
beginning of the game, the Chun-Li is like, it's ready,
Yeah.
set, shoot, and
Yeah.
then she throws like her ninja
Oh,
style.
that's the.
I thought it was poker related.
Yeah.
It
I
said
didn't
bracelet
think
value.
that at all. Nice job, Chad. If you figured that one out, I
Yeah.
sure did not. Okay, here we go. Next one. Oh yeah, got it.
I can't see. Let me see.
Got it. I wish it wouldn't. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Don't
My
don't forget
text-
your manufacturer.
My text is too big. it's going to another line. Oh, there we go. Boom.
Oh,
Got
I
it.
think I know
Okay,
what this one is.
I'm in.
I'm gonna say.
All right. Yeah.
All right. 5, 4, 3. You got it, Craig?
Hold on here. Yeah.
All right. And show. Dialed in, JJP.
Dialed in, and
What'd you guess?
I
Craig?
missed it. I said Attack from Mars.
There were yeah. The drones, man.
the drone.
Yeah.
It's the drone.
Yeah.
Plus, Flipper changes lit lane is more of a modern thing. I feel like. Well,
Yeah.
you know, the way it's stylized.
Mike, this is great. Thank you for once again putting together a great
No
game.
problem.
All right, here we go. Next one. Oh, yeah.
What the hell is that? I'm gonna guess here. What is that?
What is going on?
Oh, I know what this is. Hold on.
I'm gonna guess this one.
Oh, it's changing its name.
No.
Okay, I got it typed out.
All right.
You ready, Hadi?
Yep.
This is
You-
not what it is.
You,
Damn it. I'm not gonna get this
3.
one.
Mike, your camera's off.
Oh.
You guessing or no, Craig?
I'll guess, but it's not right. I was
All
gonna. I thought this guy looks like the something from The
Don't-
Walking Dead.
Don't pay attention to the
All right,
eye. Don't
boom.
pay attention to the guy. Look at the art.
There's
Look at
my
the art.
answer. Alice Cooper, Nightmare Castle.
Oh, that's the one.
I thought
Yeah.
it was from Congo.
So it is Alice Cooper Nightmare Castle.
Let's go. Let's go.
I
So
don't
right-
remember
right
that
now-
in there.
I didn't-
Right? I don't know. Well, even Ray Day said, I don't know that he is actually factory, but you got to pay attention to the little
I see
molds
the-
on the side
yeah, and
and
the
the green
coloring.
brick. That's all
Yeah.
over Alice Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now we have Joel with 9, Hadi with 7, and Craig with 5.
Does anybody chat? Is that factory? Apparently, Ray Day doesn't think it's factory. Can we tell Ray's wrong, or is it factory? Does anybody know?
Clay Hodges says it's factory because he has one.
My friend inside here is cowlicked. Like
How do
this
I have
is
5?
nice.
I got the
It's
first
factory,
3
sweet.
right. There, Mike.
Did you? The first one, no one said the manufacturer, so I only gave you all just 1 point.
Okay.
But I'll give you all an extra point just because everybody knows it's Burn anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
It looked like the Congo font.
Here we go. Next one. What's going on with this bolt, by the way? That right there. What's going on?
Falling out.
So funny.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah.
What the hell is that?
I know that one.
That ball
Finally, I got
stuck?
one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Why would it do that? There we go. Okay.
think I just played this one.
Hadi, you got it?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1. That's Labyrinth.
That is Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
Dance,
Heroes
magic
of Fun.
dance,
All right.
everybody.
Got it.
Everybody across the board.
Was
gets
your
that one. All right.
was your goal to find like stuck balls or broken parts in the game? Was that the...
A lot of these pictures are from Pinside.
Okay.
Just so
That's
you know.
funny.
All right, next one. Ooh.
Oh,
What's the name of that
I
game?
hope to do a virtual version of this.
Manufacturer.
All right.
I don't. Okay, I'm good.
I can't remember what the name of it is.
Oh, I think I'm wrong. I looked at chat. Oh, I may be right. I don't know. All right, we ready?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1. I said Dr. Dude.
That's the one I wanted. Yeah.
Junkyard. Is it Junkyard or Dr. Dude?
Ooh, it's Junkyard.
Oh, crap.
Barry,
I s-
Barry Orsler
Yeah.
special.
As soon as I looked at chat and people are saying Junkyard, I was, yeah.
It's him,
I would have said Dr. Dude as well there,
Yeah.
Joel. That's
him
what I was
building
Is
thinking.
it
a time
Bally
machine with
Williams,
all the
though?
junk.
I said
Yeah,
Bally
it is.
Williams.
It is.
Okay.
It is value.
All right,
So I gave you
All
one
right.
point for that.
I got a point for that too. I had Williams.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang it. Junkyard. Okay. Next one. No.
Now we get it.
Yeah. I didn't erase it. Do I have to type it? I think we know this. Is it? It's
Yeah.
Dr. Dude, right?
Dr.
Oh,
It's
Dude.
Dr.
yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
But who's the manufacturer?
Williams. Bally Williams.
Williams.
I think we all got that one. Dang.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crap. Okay. All right. Erased. Next one. Here we go. Oh. Well, I know the manufacturer because I can read the
I know
screen.
this one.
Yes.
I got it.
What's the name? Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm going to take a guess at this one.
Okay. Are we good?
Hold
We
on
good?
here. I'm going to
Oh.
say... I wrote one thing and then I erased it out. I erased it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Roadshow? Sweet.
Roadshow.
Oh, okay, I got it wrong.
What'd
Did you
I
get the
should get away.
manufacturer?
Bally Williams?
You got the manufacturer though, right?
I did,
Yeah.
yes. Or
Craig did.
Craig did, yes.
Yep.
All right.
Roadshow. Got it. Sweet. Joel can read. It's a miracle. Yes. I'm trying. Okay. There we go. Next one. Oh, I know this. Yeah.
Oh, I love this one.
Look carefully.
Yep, I got it.
I think we're all good?
Yep.
All right. Monopoly? Stern?
Monopoly.
Oh, you wrote Williams. It's a
I wrote
Stern.
Williams.
It's a
Is it?
Stern.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's got the game right though.
Yep. Sweet. All right. Yeah, the icons should be less obvious. Yeah, you can see it right there in the middle.
Let's see this. Yeah.
To the other players' credit, they are looking at a screen that's probably a lot smaller than what
Yes.
other people are looking at because of streaming. So, yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah.
This one is amazing.
Now who makes this game? Shit. Got it.
All right.
I don't think I spelled that right.
Hold on. I'm gonna say it's this.
All right,
That
Me too.
is a Genesis,
Genesis Gottlieb.
Barry O's
Gottlieb.
barbecue challenge.
Genesis
That's
Gottlieb.
good.
Right? Gottlieb.
I definitely spelled Gottlieb wrong.
Originally I was writing Bally and then I scratched it out.
No. That's great. Great. All right.
Like mini Phil Collins.
That artwork always creeps me out when I see it.
Oh, this is the next one.
Mini Phil Collins.
Huh.
I got it.
This is.
Oh, I know this one. This is hold on.
Okay. I think I know this one. It's one of two for me.
I'm gonna go with this, which I don't think is wrong, because I don't know the original. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
I can't think of the right name, but I know the fucking thing. God.
You got it, Craig, or no?
I'm just trying to think of what it is. It's I'm trying to say mermaid, but it's not mermaid.
It's not mermaid. All right, we're gonna do it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's Fathom. I wrote Haggis.
That's what I'm trying to say. God damn it.
Haggis or Bali probably would have been fine there. That was a bit of a
so
trick
it's
question.
that was Bali? Just Bali?
That was
or
that
Bali?
was Bali.
Is it
That
Bali?
was it's just Bali. It's
Just
just
Bali.
Bali.
Yeah.
Just Bali.
Yeah.
Mermaid would have worked. Mermaid game. Mermaid game.
No, there is a mermaid edition of Bali by
Yeah.
Haggis, so that might have been what was throwing Craig
Okay.
off there.
All right, here we go.
I had it stuck in my head.
There's 20 of these. I don't know how many we've done. So
We're at 14 right now.
oh, sweet. Okay, here we go. Oh, what
Oh, geez,
is
what is that?
this?
What the heck is that? I'm gonna take a guess on
I
this.
do
Oh,
not know
was
that.
this
This is video mode. I don't know.
is
Maybe
this you don't have any
Oh wait, I played this at
do you have
Pinball Olympics.
homebrews in here or no?
There's no homebrews.
Okay,
No
so this
homebrews.
is a
No
real
homebrews.
game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. I played this at Pinball Olympics at Expo. I think.
What is this?
Yeah, no homebrews, and all manufacturers were all very well aware of.
This is Saw.
I don't know this game. I'm guessing. Oh, wait. What is what's it called? I don't know. I'm just gonna have to go with manufacturer. We'll try this. This is wrong.
Ready?
Yeah, I don't think this is right, but go ahead. I wrote it's spooky, right? Rob Zombie?
Yes, on both
thank
accounts.
Goodness. I've never played
Good guess there, Joel.
Where's the chicken bucket, right? There's a chicken bucket on here. I was between this and what's the other one? The ghost one, American
Spooky. The American.
America's Most Haunted.
America's Most Haunted. That's
that's
what I was between those two. There's a chicken bucket on this, right?
Yes, it's onto the right. It's on the right side.
Oh, yeah. If I would have seen that chicken bucket, I would have for sure. But what's this clown dude? There's a clown guy right here. Is that a?
Yeah, if I was trying to get that actual picture to be in there because he's more known in like Rob Zombie lore with the movies. He's like a bald clown kind of guy.
That's what I was. Okay. All right. Here we go. Next one. Oh, God.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Let's go. I got it.
Oh, that is.
Oh man.
What the hell is that? I have no clue.
You can't pinballer. You can't really be 0 for 15. Really.
All right.
I'm gonna say something from them. I'm just gonna.
I'm ready.
Hold on here.
Craig is over
Joel
here
was
doing-
in real quick.
Oh, I knew it.
Here.
All right, Craig, you good?
This isn't right, but I'm gonna say it
Yeah,
anyway.
Hadi, you
Definitely
good?
not
There
right.
we go. That's Big Buck Hunter, baby.
That-
That is
I
Big
said-
Buck Hunter.
Big Buck Hunter,
I said
Big
Deer
Buck
Hunter.
Deer Hunter.
Give it to you.
Hogan
That's
Deer.
good.
Big Buck Hunter Stern right there.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I just noticed the frog though. I didn't know there's a frog.
What did you guess, Hadi? Oktoberfest. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I said Oktoberfest and American Pinball.
That's watching those Carl Wizard Mode streams right there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Next one.
16.
Oh, got it.
Oh, I know this one. This one, yeah.
All right, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
There's some pretty solid clues on the
Yep.
in this picture.
Yeah.
Do you know it, Craig?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? GNR
Manufacturer?
Data East.
DNR.
Yes.
Oh, I put Stern. Shit.
No, Data East.
Well, I mean, it was Stern before it was Stern, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is.
Give me
Nice.
one for that. Just one.
I'll give you one. Yeah.
All right, here we go. I think what are we on? What number?
I think there's about 3 or 4 left.
Okay, here we go. Oh.
Mm. What does that say on that thing? I'm gonna have to guess. Yeah, I'll just guess. I think this is it.
I'm
ready.
Man, chat
Yeah,
is
all
right.
good. Chat is really good. Yeah.
I'm ready. Everybody ready?
Okay.
Look at the
Yep.
font.
Pirates of the Caribbean Stern.
Oh, good one. I
Nice.
didn't
Yeah,
get it.
I tried throwing you off. I
didn't get it.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Some of
was
you
trying to
might have
think of the
guessed,
chess. Chess, I know Pirates of the Caribbean, JJP. Then
Yeah,
there's
I
the
said
chest.
AC/DC.
The chest, obviously, in Aerosmith, but we already had that. The stern.
Did you get the? What did you guess, Craig?
It's
I didn't guess it.
You
It,
didn't
it
guess,
was
okay.
no. I was getting thrown off. I thought it might be Theater of Magic originally.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
font, though, that does look like AC/DC font.
That's
though.
why
Yeah,
I
that's
just
what I
said
thought.
it.
That
Yeah.
absolutely looks
I
like
couldn't
that.
remember all
It's
the
dead.
next
It actually says below it. It says "dead man's chest."
Ah, okay. All
That's the word "dead."
right. Spooky Dominoes. No, if it's Spooky Dominoes, Hadi would know.
I would have known it.
He would
I
know.
would have known it.
All right. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, this one. Yeah, I know this one.
I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
We're good? Hadi's typing.
Yep. Sorry.
Star Wars Data East.
Data East.
At East, and
Sweet.
Data East.
We all got it.
All
Data
right.
East.
Has anybody owned that? I've heard it's terrible.
You need the new ROM.
You need the ROM, otherwise you're
Yeah.
shooting the center ramp all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get that center ramp worth like 80 million
Oh.
points if you just keep shooting it.
Pinballer guest Godfather, which God, yeah. There we go. Next one, I think. Ooh,
I like this
but ooh,
Got it.
yeah, but yeah.
I always confuse
but-
these two.
Are you tricking me here?
I don't know.
Are you tricking me here, Mike?
Oops, I spelled that wrong.
I could have. It's one of the two. I
I
always
know.
get these
I'm
two
just gonna
mixed
guess.
up.
All right, here we go. You ready, Hadi?
Yeah, I spelled it wrong.
So I just did high speed. Is it getaway?
I
Is
said
it high speed or getaway?
Craig and Joel are correct.
Oh, he didn't trick us.
Nice.
Well,
He
if you
didn't
look at
trick
the
us.
picture, right at the bottom, the yellow lettering, that's high. It's high speed. On the on getaway, it says the getaway. So I left just a little.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
Just-
Right.
yeah. Nice one. That was a guess.
Good trick.
That was a guess. Chat, is this
Hey,
good?
this is
I
it.
think chat's enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. And
We
I
got
haven't-
one more. This
all
is
right.
number 20.
This is it. Here we go.
Last one.
Ooh.
Oh, I know this because of
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
a certain thing.
I am not.
Well-
I am not.
All right, I'm
This
ready.
is-
I don't think this is right.
But
anyway.
I don't.
Tournament darling.
Okay, I'm gonna rub that out.
What are you doing over there? This is a guess.
Okay, I got it.
Let's go with Terminator. Okay, I guess Terminator.
I guessed it too.
Terminator.
I just
What?
guessed Terminator. So
T3.
It's
you gotta
T3?
be more specific.
And it's
That
T3.
Is it
Hadi
Stern?
gets that one.
Is
Rise
it
of the
Stern?
Machine.
It is Stern. Yes.
Okay. All right.
It is.
I'll
Stern.
get a
What
point.
did you guess?
I
Stern.
had Stern. I
Craig?
wrote Terminator.
I did
Stern.
not guess Stern.
No.
T3 is you
Rise
said
of the
Terminator.
But I did say Terminator.
Is this actually a good? Is this actually a good tournament game, or it's not?
I've
They use
owned
it a
one.
lot.
Okay.
It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. It's it's very
tight shot.
similar to T2 with with, you know, that's why I put that all in there, because it could have been T2 or T3.
Okay.
So
That was it. That was all 20.
all right. So do we want to go through the scores here?
Yes,
and now
please.
everybody passed. Everybody got over half of the points available.
That's failing.
So
That's failing.
let's see. So Craig got 26 out of 40 on that one.
Nice.
Oh,
Hadi,
yes.
Hadi got 6, 12, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
You beat
I
by
believe.
one.
Nice.
Yep. Wait, one. And
You
Joel
went there.
got 3, 6. Sorry, 6. Oh, wait, sorry. No, 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 for Hadi. Sorry. 29 out of a possible 40 for Hadi. Yes, yeah.
Thank
I
you,
shorted
thank you.
him a couple points there.
That's okay.
6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 35 for Joel out of a
Nice
possible
job.
40. So
Let's
that's
go.
woo-hoo. So they were maybe they were a little easier than I thought they would be.
Oh, cheated.
No, I did not cheat.
Or Joel
Yeah.
was reading
Joel-
chat.
I did not read chat. The real winner of the game was Big Text Display for getting 2 downloads tonight.
Yeah, you like that?
Two downloads tonight. Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was
I'm a visual learner, so I retain visual well. So that's that game's right up my alley. I love that. I wish Dennis Griesel was playing, because I think he's beat me in every game we've played. So that would have been one I think I could hold my own. But Chad, I hope you enjoyed that. That was all Mike. So please, yes, chat. If you were playing along and you enjoyed that, give Mike some love in chat. Otherwise, if you're watching this on YouTube, say shout out to Street Fighter Mike. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for doing that. Okay, other stuff to talk about. Believe it or not, I actually had posted something on Pinside. Not Pinside. I posted something on Facebook. About basically, was there any topics? Because news is a little light. We can hit up Nap Arcade here for all of about 10 seconds. The only real news I want to hit up on Nap Arcade is this: Butch Peel leaving Chicago Gaming. Butch Peel has nothing but respect in this industry, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That guy makes killer manuals. I'm assuming he does more than just make manuals, but even if he only makes manuals, he crushes it. So I know he was at JJP when JJP made the move to Chicago. He was let go, and like the pinball like community kind of stepped up or spoke up for Butch and was like, somebody needs to hire this guy. And it's awesome that Chicago Gaming stepped in and hired him. So I know he had posted something. This was his post. Just a quick message to let all my pinball friends know that I resigned. So he wasn't let go. I resigned my position at CGC this past Friday. Basically, I enjoyed working at CGC and played mechanics on great games like Hectic Game and Pulp Fiction. I wish them all the best for their future endeavors, but I felt the need to step back due to differing priorities within the company. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
That's as friendly as he can make it for something behind the scenes.
Yeah, I don't know what
probably
that
didn't go
means.
well.
I hope that's not like, I don't know. My view, honestly, like, I love My Cactus Canyon. I love it. It's a great game. It's so well built. And honestly, I'm looking forward. I know the 2.0 code is happening. I pester Josh Sharp about it all the time. and he sends me screenshots basically showing that there are new, like, they are working on it. It is happening. It is going to happen. Pulp Fiction, incredibly great game. How it was built. I know CGC didn't design it, but they built it. So I want CGC to continue and be successful for a very long time. Once again, people said in chat that Medieval Madness apparently is going to happen in 2020. I hope that it's going to happen in 2025. So I don't know what's going on, but if Butch Peel obviously expressed an opinion or had strong opinions and something changed, Zach is in chat here. CGC doesn't really change how they do things for like years, so I'm not sure what would that mean. CGC is always CGC. That's the vibe I've always gotten as well. Is just they beat what they march to the beat of their own drum. Is that right? Yeah. I don't know.
So he did the manuals for JJP as well, right? Like
before,
he did. Have you guys seen some of those manuals? Like even the Pulp Fiction one. I don't know if you've seen that one, but that one is just the same. It's thick.
It's awesome.
It's they're incredible. The dialed in one too. I looked at that. Like they're just massive. They're
it's
huge.
legit.
Yeah. It's got every single little piece of information you would ever want to know about the inside and out of all these games. They're fantastic.
That was kind of the only news right off the bat that I wanted to talk about. There's obviously rumored stuff coming out. Somebody in chat earlier had mentioned the Alice in Wonderland. I think Alice in Wonderland's it's been where it's been for a long time. I'm just kind of sure, if whatever they show is incredible, then we'll be talking about it. But as of right now, it's kind of okay, let's see what happens. American Pinball should hire him. Their manuals suck. Honestly, any other Barrels of Fun should hire him, or he's an asset. He's an asset to the community. So whatever company steps in and hires him, they instantly gain respect. Like they've added a solid person. Now that's me on the outside. I'm not his coworker. Maybe he's terrible to work with. I don't know, but his manuals are freaking awesome. So we'll have to see what's going on there. Okay, so some of the user submitted questions right off the bat here. We'll just do one thought. So Insider Connect, this is from David. Insider Connected is an amazing feature that is a true differentiator between Stern and everyone else. That said, what features do you hope exist in the future? For me, I can't wait for home leaderboards. So
yes,
I think we all agree home leaderboards would be awesome. I kind of have a perfect spot right here on the wall, even though I only have one Stern game. But if I'm borrowing a Stern, it doesn't matter. It's just if I had access to it, I'd be all for it. One of the things when I was at the Stern Media Day, they did talk about how they have thoughts, but a lot of these thoughts, like home leaderboards, that means for every home, there would have to be a server running that in the background. And that takes space, and space costs money. So there's a good chance that some of these features, that whatever they're going to add, it may be behind a paywall. You may have to be, pay for that, like to be whatever the
subscription.
So depending on what they add, I don't mind throwing, if it's whatever, $40 a year. Like I could see that. Now if it's $300 a year, I might take a step back, but we'll have to wait and see. Gary Stern and Gomez were both very clear. Everything that's currently in Insider Connect will be free. Like everything that's already out there. It's not like they're going to take stuff that's already out there and then all of a sudden put it behind a paywall. It would have to be a new feature behind the paywall.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to go like the Xbox model with the Xbox Live, where you pay for like a monthly membership or something, right?
Yeah.
To have extra stuff added.
So let's go around the horn here and figure out what would be an additional Insider Connect thing. I'm going to steal Travis Murray's answer. He said this once at on Triple Drain, which I think is a great idea, which is, I wish there was a way for you to pick an achievement and somehow that displays on the screen. So what I mean is, some of the achievements that I'm going after, I know I was trying to get all the Turtles ones. So it's like Well, maybe okay. So like Deadpool, there's an achievement on beating Juggernaut in a certain amount of time. So if I was able to like select that to highlight this is the achievement I'm trying to go for, then it would be awesome that the next time I play Juggernaut, a timer shows up on the screen. You know, or some of these achievements are a progress kind of thing, like show me a progress bar or how many shots I have or something like that. Some way to interact with the game to really hone in on achievements. I think that I don't know how you do that. It would be very complicated, but I think that could be pretty cool.
Consoles have that on some like PlayStation trophies. You can see your progress towards
That's what
how
Travis
many
was
enemies
bringing
you've
up.
killed out of
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's my answer. I think that would be a cool answer. Mike, do you have an answer? What would you want to add?
I do. I've thought about a lot of different things for Insider Connected, and that achievement thing is great. I like just even just showing the achievement on the screen if you're going for it the entire time or something, right? Yeah. A few things, like when you sign into Insider Connected, it shows your little name and you have a little icon or whatever. I would maybe change that to an avatar, and instead of just earning badges that you can only see, maybe you earn things to dress up your avatar with. So you have like a face or something, like you have a person, you have an identity with your profile. Like if you maybe you beat Planet X on Godzilla, so you get a shirt that says Planet X or something to put on your little avatar or something, something like that, like, or a hat, or a different colored pair of shoes or something. Just a little avatar that you can create, and then you can earn things through gameplay for your avatar to wear and show off. So if you're at an arcade, you log in, you're playing with other people, they can see your avatar and some of the achievements that you've done. So that's sort of one thing. Obviously, another thing would be sort of like an online multiplayer aspect, which I know is never going to be perfect because the games can be set up differently as far as pitch, maybe in lane, out lane, post, rubbers, whatnot. But at least a way where you can play online where the game will sync up the settings for each player, right, and have the exact same settings at least, so you can sort of play against each other. In that way, I like I said, I know it's not perfect, but again, just for fun, right? If I want to play a game with Joel, who lives 1,500 kilometers away, we can hook up and have a game of Godzilla together. Just for fun. We're not talking IFPA competition here. I mean, if Joel has his game set up harder or easier than me, that's cool. We'll just play a game together. So yeah, that's kind of one of the other things that I've thought about would be interesting to put in as well. And I know there's been a lot of talk about that too, hasn't there? Like they've talked about it as well. One other thing that I would like to put in, and it's very simple. Well, I feel like it's simple, but it's probably not because you're talking about coding. But seasonal themed things like Christmas, Halloween, that sort of stuff. So, for example, if you're playing, I don't know, again, we'll use Godzilla as an example, and you're playing on a screen that, Godzilla shows up, maybe he has a Santa hat up for the month of December or something when you're playing the game. Or it plays a little Christmas bells during some of the songs or something, just like a little bit of like almost DLC, and that could be paid for. You could pay for that kind of DLC. It doesn't change the game or anything like that, but just adds a little flair for seasonal stuff or whatever when you're playing your game.
Yeah, those are some great ideas for sure.
Yeah.
Hadi or Craig, you guys have any additional ideas?
Go ahead, Craig.
I don't have anything really more to add than what you guys have already added, other than I will say I think the rollout of additional features on Insider Connected has been, I would say, frustratingly slow. And I don't think, in my mind, they've really yet achieved the pinnacle of what I thought that technology could bring to the hobby. I think the achievements have been good. I think some of their online tournament play that they've done, for the various games have been good, but I don't think it's been I still don't think it's been a home run. And I get the complexity of it. It's almost like I'm not sure why they've gone down this road if they haven't really been able to slam it home yet. And I feel like it's been 3 years since they've done this. And I'm still waiting for the real, like, oh, this is why everybody's, been all hyped about it. Because I get the achievement thing. It is fun to go on and try and get some of these things. There's no doubt. But is it really that great at the end of the day? Like if you didn't have it on your machine, are you really missing out on something? And I do feel like if they got to some of these other things, like head-to-head play, like home leaderboards, like I do think that starts to take things to another level now, where it's like, okay, now because and everyone's worried about this DLC thing. What's there to be worried about? Like, it hasn't happened, and it's been, I want to say, people have been panicking, quote unquote, in this hobby for probably 5 years about DLC, and I don't feel like the hobby's really that much closer to realizing that. I mean, if Stern can't get there, nobody's going to get there. So I feel like almost, and George has mentioned it a couple times, the investment required and the technical know-how behind the scenes is so high, and their user base is still relatively low compared to a PlayStation, an Xbox, Microsoft, that they can't get there yet because there's just not the user base that are going to pay. So Joel, you'll pay $30. Where would the threshold be there for you on a monthly basis to make it worth Stern's while to actually put that in play? Like, would you pay $500 a year for that subscription? Would you pay $1,000 a year for that? Do you know what I mean? And I bet it's like per user, I bet it's hundreds of dollars that people would have to spend a month probably for them to do the R&D and the server. Anyway, this is just me complaining a little bit. I think it's fine. I think it works. Finally they have an app that came like 2.5 years later. I feel like that should have been within the first 6 months. They should have had this thing rolling out. So it's just, I feel like it's been a frustratingly slow grind. So it's almost like everyone's kind of just shrugging their shoulders. Like I've been like, okay, this is okay, but it's not. It just hasn't been the home run that I thought it might be.
Well, I see what you're saying.
That's my rant.
I do know. I had borrowed my buddy's Jurassic Park, and it didn't have IC on it, and I was just like, if I'm gonna have this game for the next month, I want some achievements. So I I bought the Wi-Fi dongle, and I basically, there's a way to add any game to your home team. And that's what I did. So but I know if I had a game, if I'm owning a Stern game in my collection, and I can buy IC for it, I'm going to buy IC for it. Yeah. It's good enough, even how it is right now. It's good enough for me to justify the $150 or whatever it is to add it, like officially add it to your game. There's just something about, I love the fact that it's tracking how many times I played the game, what my average score is, and what my best score is. Even just that alone is valuable. But there's clearly more they can do here, especially from a social standpoint. Like, I know the Triple Drain guys give me a really hard time, but as of right now, like, the only way we can compare scores really is we just like send screenshots. It would be a lot like that. Was some Scorebit had this challenge system that it was like I could say, all right, Mike, I'm challenging you this week on turtles. So you have 7 days to put up your best score on turtles. And it's just you and me. It's not your best score ever. It's just the best score you can put up within these 7 days. Something like that. I would really enjoy that. But there's more they can do there. Hadi, what did you have anything before we move on?
I was gonna say 1v1 challenges because I came from the virtual pin hobby. That's how I recently started in pinball, and Scorebit has capabilities with virtual pinball tables, and you can send those weekly challenges, and it's a lot of fun. I think I don't know if Stern will ever get up to the point of online multiplayer, which would be nice, but I think 1v1 challenges is the next best thing as far as their capabilities and what they should be able to do. And that's something I'd happily pay for because I think it adds a little extra spice to just playing by yourself. If you have your own collection, at least you can say, hey, to a friend across the coast, let's see what you can do this week.
Yeah. somebody in chat said it's might be a limitation of Spike 2, which leads really well to the next one, the next question, which was once again David basically said his idea. It's the question's essentially with Spike 3 coming out, what are some features or additional things that we would hope to see? I know Gomez, when I interviewed him, said it's just more powerful everything. I'll just take an easy answer. As a streamer, I would love have the monitor be HDMI. If the monitor is HDMI, if the monitor is an HDMI monitor, there are HDMI splitters readily available, so we could do direct capture so much easier. And if there was a 3.5 millimeter jack on the CPU, there's a lot of other games that have that. That would be incredible. Just make it so that capturing audio and video for streaming would be so much better. That's my streaming answer.
Mm-hmm.
As a user answer, I hope they do something with the monitor. People have heard me talk about this on Triple Drain and others, but I would either love them to go to a stretched monitor, because one of the things Gomez has talked about before is certain films or certain movie licenses, they don't like it when they add stuff over top of video clips. So if a movie's 16:9, they either have to make the video clip smaller and then add the stuff around it, but if they went to a stretch monitor, then you can put the 16:9 stuff right in the middle, and then you still have the edges to put whatever you need to do. And
Isn't Bond like that? Doesn't Bond have smaller?
Bond has the no-fly zone. The no-fly zone. That would be, I think that would be cool. Or, I mean, I know Stern argued that they like the monitor size because when the game's off, you still have a massive translight. And honestly, when a JJP game's off, the translight leaves a lot to desire because so much of it is on the screen. I wouldn't be mad, though, if Stern went with a bigger monitor. I would not be mad. So, I don't know. Those are the electronic things I would love. I love what they're doing with the speaker lights. I would love expression lights to be built into the cabinet, default every game. Yeah, that's kind of hardware-wise. Somebody in chat said like better slides. I don't know. But if Stern killed the board that gave you HDMI for legal reasons, I'm saying if the monitor, so the monitor itself in a Stern game is it has an LDVS connection. It's a cheap like laptop monitor connection. Almost every other manufacturers, they use monitors that have HDMI. So it's an HDMI cable out of the CPU board. So that's all I need. I don't need a dedicated like for streaming HDMI port. No, just make the monitor a better monitor that is HDMI.
We'll figure it out. Just make it HDMI.
Yeah, but Pinmonk says HDMI requires licenses fees. Yeah, but that fee would go on the monitor manufacturer. I just want Stern to buy monitors that have HDMI. That's it. That's all I want. All right. Any the three of you? Do you guys have other things for Spike 3 that sound cool?
Yeah, I would like. Well, I mean, I know this is for a fact they're going to be able to have deeper code. So I mean, the games are just going to get more deeper and more complex, more assets. You're going to hopefully see more assets. I know there are limitations with licenses and whatnot. So I mean, but being able to add more video, more sort of stuff like that into the game. I'd also like to see maybe some customizable options with the screen, in the sense that maybe you can make the font on your scoring a little larger. There are some games that when you're streaming, the score can be pretty small and hard to see on a stream. So maybe it allows you to make it a slight bit bigger. You can change the options a little bit.
They need to hire the big text display app creator to.
There you go. There's the big text app. Stern, get in contact with the app creator. They'll hook you up. But yeah, like I mean, I noticed for one thing, and it's hard because Rush has a lot of information in the game, but Rush is essentially. I compare the screen in Rush to what JJP provides on their screen. There's so much information on the game and what's going on.
Yeah,
it's very hard. It's not readable on stream. When you're watching it on stream, it's very hard to see all the little text. Now I know making it all bigger would probably just jumble up the screen, but even just having the option to maybe make your score a little few fonts bigger for the stream or whatever, not all the time, but just customizable little things like that.
Hadi. How great would it be if Hadi is the manufacturer? He's just using this as an advertising. He has stock in the app.
Man of many side hustles.
Spike 3 power fan that's not loud. Yeah, that would be awesome. Pinmonk would shed a tear. It would be like he'd be happy but sad at the same time. But yes, let's get out of there. Get a better Hadi or Craig, any other?
Yeah, I would say after spending a lot of time just playing Stearns recently and realizing my habits as a player, I really hope they don't put a lot of financial investment into 4K assets.
Okay.
You're just not looking at the screen that much when you're playing, unless they're creating the moments where you're stopping to watch something happen, like the Godzilla building beginning multi-ball.
Yeah.
They just don't need to go after this. As long as they're not paying anything, over and above. I get it's a great marketing buzzword to have. Hey, we have 4K assets, but when it's such a small area to display those images or scenes, we just don't need it. It's not something I want them to focus on. If they're going to be focusing on anything for Spike 3, make the end user experience, whether it's diagnostics, for people that don't know how to repair pins, new owners, make those things sort of easier. And then the added features of badges you could throw up, a way to see which badges you've earned on the screen. Just simple things like that before you jump in the deep end of trying to revamp the whole system and make it something from the future. There's a lot they need to fix on the basic level and the surface level first. Just don't focus on 4K assets. We just don't need them right now.
I'm going to hop on that. Stern released this video like an hour or two before. This was something they showed at the media day. Stern has been talking a lot. They have 4K movie assets of John Wick. Obviously, the monitors are not 4K.
They look great.
They look great. But one of the things they're doing, this is what they're advertising. They have a whole video called Event-Driven Effects System. So
that's cool.
I want to clarify this. This is one thing okay. So previously, a shaker motor in a game, in Godzilla, the shaker motor would go off when you hit a shot, like jackpot, or you achieve something, you physically contact something in the game. TNA, the shaker motor goes off every single time you hit the pop bumper. You hit the pop bumper, you get into super spinner on TNA, every spin, the shaker motor is going off. But it's reacting to a mechanical thing in the game. What they're advertising here with John Wick, this video, is the expression lights, the shaker motor, and the speaker lights are event-driven with what's on the screen. So if it's displaying a fight, a battle on the screen, every single muzzle flash, every single gunshot is when the lights go off. Every single, there's a clip later on here where John Wick is falling down the stairs. So when he's falling down the stairs, it's flashing red, 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 every stair. And then the shaker motor is, so it's like you're feeling him falling down the stairs. I think that's a cool way to get involvement in the video that they've added to the game right there. So it's like every time he hits, it's red, red, red. But with that,
it's like a rumble feature on your controller for your Xbox, right? But
it is. But at the same time, like if I'm in multi-ball and I'm just trying to keep the things alive and the machine's shaking because of a video that I'm not watching, I'm just I'm very curious of how that's going to feel. Is it going to feel like if you trap up and the game's freaking out and the game's shaking, and I mean, sure, it brings the cinema, the clips, the movie clips into it, but it's, I don't know. To me, a shaker motor is always, it's a reward. It's like shaker motor's going off because I did something good, not because the video is playing. Like I don't know. It makes
more sense
I'm very
to tie
curious.
those into audio and physical effects, not the video. So if I hear a call out of a bullet firing and the lights are going off with that, if it ties into what I'm looking down, I can hear that. Or if the shaker is rumbling and then I see the expression lights shaking as well or flashing quickly, that's more of a practical use. I wouldn't tie it into, I know what they're trying to do, and I get why they're trying to do it with the video assets, but you're not looking up as much. So if you can tie it to just 2/3 of the experience, the physical, the audio, and not the visual, I think that makes a lot more sense and it really enhances the experience. Look at the UV glow kit on Stranger Things, how much that just visual
Yeah.
on the playfield changed everything. And
Yeah.
when their lights are changing colors to whatever mode you're in, whether it's like fire and it's orange, that just makes such a big difference versus looking up at the video. And I love the assets that they get. Everybody always says, you know, I want all the assets. If it's a movie theme for Jaws, we need the assets. You get them, but you're also not looking at them all the time. So they're great to have, but it shouldn't be their primary focus if they're trying to create this all-in-one experience.
Sure. And I remember seeing this at the media day and it looked really, really cool. But I'm very curious how it feels. That's the only thing. I think it's, you know, good on Elliot and Tim for trying something new. And I think this could be really, really cool. I mean, Conti, lights are better than any video for immersion. I had the Pro when I was borrowing the Pro from Zach. I put the speaker lights in, I put the expression lights in, and it adds so much. It adds so much to the game. I just hope a choreographed light show in speaker with what's going on the display does not distract or get in the way of what's going on in the game. And we'll have to.
They'd have to use it. Yeah, I would assume, and I don't know. Maybe Zach said he has tried it out. I would assume that it's not overused because if the shaker motor is still going to be going off when you get like super jackpots and all that stuff in the game, and going off while it's doing all this other stuff, then I could see it being overused and then possibly confusing a player, because you're right. Like, you know, I have shaker motors in my game, and when the game shakes, it's usually because you've achieved something or there's a big moment in the game that you've started or achieved, right? It's not just you know, in the middle of playing a game and all of a sudden the lights start flashing because you know, John Wick's firing a gun or whatever. It would take some getting used to, I think, but as long as it's not like overdone, you know, like for example, when 3D movies first came out, right? We have to add all these 3D effects to make it look like the movie's in 3D. Yeah. It's like, but you don't need to go crazy and kind of like go overboard with that. So as long as it's used not sparingly, but like just enough to enhance the effect and not overdo it.
So
that would be my worry.
In chat, Kaiser said apparently you can turn that feature off by setting the shaker to any other setting other than maximum. Yeah. I would assume yes, that makes total sense that you could.
It did say that in the update.
And then Scott Alden actually said something. Nicer assets is great for us that watch people play. I totally understand. Honestly, a lot of what goes on the monitor is not necessarily for the player. It's for everybody else. It's for everybody else to enjoy that's watching and to attract or bring more people into the game. So I see that for sure. I just know the speaker lights, yes, the speaker lights and the expression lights, everybody around can enjoy. But the shaker, nobody's enjoying that except for the player. And I just don't want it to be like maybe it would be awesome if there was a setting of like what was the term that they're using, like reactive. I would love like reactive lights only, you know, like let my shaker only react to my shots, something like that. I don't know, but we will see. All the conversations I've had with designers, basically what I've learned is they've said, don't ever take a feature out, just set it as an adjustment. Mm-hmm. As long as they give the user the adjustment. I do want to. Ben Smith had a really good question, but unfortunately, I don't think we have enough time to answer it. So thank you, Ben, for adding that. I'm very sorry. I just don't think we have enough time to answer it, and we should answer that on another one. This is a good question. I like this. It would be cool to hear everyone's opinion on home game room accessories. What else is a must beyond a pinball machine? So jukebox, bar, arcade, pool table, etc. So I know personally, and I struggle with it, I have a Chulix cabinet. It's and it has a Pandora's box in it. So it's basically one arcade cabinet. It's sit down, 2 players, and I would love to get rid of it. Not because there's anything wrong with it. It's perfect for what it is. It's just, it's taking up the spot of a pinball machine. But unfortunately, that thing gets played every single time we have like any of our nieces and nephews over. It's just, they understand. Turn it on, sit down, So if I took out a pinball machine, I don't think anybody would complain. But if I take out that arcade cabinet from the basement, there would be complaints. So is it a must? If you don't have one, don't add it because there goes a spot for a pinball machine. But I mean, Mike, you've got a bunch of arcade cabinets in your basement. Like, what are your thoughts on arcade cabinets?
So, no for arcade cabinets for me. My wife will flat out refuse an actual arcade cabinet. We did settle on arcade one-ups were allowed, and they're smaller. So, as I said earlier, this is an arcade one-up. This is a Dragon's Lair. Yep. It's amazing. It's shaped just like the cabinet. It's got the little digital score here you can see, and then a separate screen. People crap on them. I get it. They're like IKEA furniture. You put them together yourself. They're LCD screens. They're not for purists. But the form factor is small enough that I have in my basement right now in this room, I have 9 pins and I have 7 arcade one-ups. So they all fit in here. The arcade one-ups, they're very customizable. I've modded some to have Pandora's boxes in them. I have a Galaga beside me that has a little mini beer fridge in the bottom part of it. So they're very customizable, and they fit where pinball machines can't. So anywhere there's room in the basement where a pinball machine wouldn't fit, I have an arcade one-up cabinet. It just adds to the atmosphere of feeling like this is my own sort of little arcade. Right, it's I can put the sounds on, all the attract modes on the game, hang out down here, and it sounds like you're in an arcade. So it really adds to the atmosphere. I have a bar that I'm sitting on right now. It's kind of like a fold-up bar from the wall. Again, my basement's not very big, so it's just a fold-up bar from the wall with some bar stools and whatnot for people to sit and hang out and have a drink and chat while we're playing games. I tried to really create an atmosphere of almost like a location arcade down here, small be it as it is, but also another thing would be lighting. Lighting is definitely something you want to add. Now I got to upgrade this. This was good 5-6 years ago, but there's so many better options now that you can use for lighting. Yeah,
no, those are good answers. Yeah, lighting. The kit that is sold, Pinwoofer is a big part of it, and it's Measle Mods. Measle Mods sells it, but I have that lighting on under my Godzilla and on the back wall, and it really.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see. I have lighting that comes out of the back of all my games. Like Turtles has a bit of green glowing, and Rush has purple. So yeah, that stuff very atmospheric. I love creating an atmosphere. The look and the sounds of an arcade down here. I can sometimes just sit here, turn on all my games, put the attract modes on, not play a single one, and just enjoy the sounds of sort of being in an arcade, which is where I grew up, really. I grew up and I lived in arcades when I was a kid, so it's nostalgic.
Well, I did mess up with my answer. The correct answer is, you need a Golden Tee. You need a Big Buck Hunter Pro. What did Zach say? What is ice cold beer? What was?
Can you buy those?
Oh, that's a great question. If you're wondering where you could buy those things,
I would like to inquire where I can buy those.
Flippinout.com. Your local distributor is what my brother would say. Flippinout.com. Flippinout.com.
A Chex
hockey machine. Do
they have a statement piece for sale? Something like a Jurassic Park sit-down ride?
Oh, I think basically anything Raw Thrills has. I think flippinout.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't there a new NBA Jam game or something?
There is. I don't know if it'll fit in anybody's basement, but yeah. So basically what we've heard is lighting, arcade games, or arcade one-up. Somebody in chat did say the right answer, which is a mini fridge. You need to have
a mini fridge.
I have one.
Yeah, a mini fridge.
Right in my arcade here. Yeah.
Lattice, I think, is the right answer. Is that right, Craig?
Yeah,
lattice.
Garden, make it. I like the garden center look. It's garden center meets the arcade.
Yeah.
And it's you bring the indoors, the outdoors indoors.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm experimenting down here. This is an experimental space, and there's a lot of stuff that happens down here at different times.
Giant drop ceilings for pinball tops.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're gonna. So
There's a war going on between different thoughts that are happening in this house, and I'm currently on the losing side of that war, but it'll start to push out again.
well, especially if you're talking about potentially moving. I'm assuming
Yeah.
you might have different
Yes.
different ideas of what's necessary.
Yes, there will be some blocking out of spaces in this next place for sure. There'll be a no-go zone except for me. The man cave is gonna happen. Damn it!
Well, I think we are unfortunately out of time. Is Craig moving to the U.S.? Is that what I heard?
No, I wish. No, not yet.
We wouldn't let you in anyways. So
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I'll be your sponsor.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes, there were other questions. I'm sorry. There was a really good question about what's a game outside the top 150 on Pinside that you guys like. But honestly, that's a big can of worms right there. Yeah. So let's plug it up. We'll go ahead and start with Craig. Plug away.
Well, you can catch me on the Pinball Show podcast with Zach Manny and Dennis Creasel, where I do the Top Stories news segment every other week, and you can catch that on the TPN, the Pinball Network podcatcher there. So, and thanks again, Joel, for having me on. Great to be here, and thanks to all our viewers. We were well over 100 there for most of those 2 hours, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, that was all Mike's game. That's what it was. All Mike's game. Yep. It started strong. Remember when we started the stream and Discord crashed? You got to fight through it. You got to fight through. There's always something. Streaming's easy, guys. If if anybody is looking for just a nice, calm, easy pastime, just pick up pinball streaming. It's you'll love it. You'll love it, every bit of it. It's so great. Plug away, Hadi.
My name's Hadi, Frisco Pinball. You can catch me streaming weekdays, some weekends, on location. Like I said, I'm dubbing myself the king of IRL pinball. I have one cell phone, one mirror, and a lot of fun. I hope you come and join me. I live stream simulcasting simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch. If you go to friscopinball.com, it should take you to my Twitch page. All the socials are the same name, Frisco Pinball, home of TPF, and secret plug. I am working on a very cool podcast with another gentleman, very niche in our industry area. I'm hoping to have it on the TPN network soon. We're working hard to get that done, and you'll have more pinball content to consume. And I'm really excited about it.
I am an admin of the TPN team, and
You're not the only admin.
I have not heard anything about this podcast. Okay.
Yeah, you are not the only admin.
No, I know.
I go to the ones that have real power.
That's true. If you say David Dennis, I'm hanging up the phone right now. No.
I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be a cool review of an area that I'm heavily involved in as far as pinball. It's not going to be a typical, reviewing. There's enough of that stuff, all that typical format. Very niche, so you may not like it, but I'm excited that it's going to happen soon. So
sounds good.
We'll see.
And Hadi, huge shout out to Hadi because I gave him 10 minute notice. Our other guest, Steven, he said he was at a tournament and all the TDs, they all dropped off last minute. So somebody had to stay the whole tournament. So he's doing pinball stuff. He fell in the grenade for the greater good of the pinball tournament he was part of.
He's fighting the good fight.
He's fighting the good fight. I totally understand. So I was like, who might be ready? Hadi. And boom. So thank you, Hadi, for being. I try my best to swap out and mix up guests. So it's always a fun mix up of who's gonna do what. But Zach, let Flipping Out Pinball earn your future business. More than simply selling you games or shoot a rod, we support different pinball endeavors and invest in fun. Thanks again, chat. Yeah, absolutely. Zach is legit. Zach and Nicole are great. Greg is great at fixing things. And they have really good things beside pinball machines to add to your game room. If you're looking for something besides pinball, he's got that too. Yeah. Mike, plug away, man.
Well, thanks for having me on again, Joel. Always love doing these. You can catch me on Pinballers, typically focusing more on, tournament streaming and whatnot, but we stream the odd time still down here in the bunker. Coming up, we have, I believe there's a tournament in Montreal at North Star. We always do the classics there. August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We are the official stream of The Beast, which is in Buffalo, New York. So check that out as well. We'll be streaming a wall-to-wall there, as well as the odd one in Maple Pinball, which, Craig, I know you're probably very familiar with. We've streamed from there as well, which we kind of dubbed that the D82 of the North, I suppose. Maybe it's a very similar type location. So definitely look for those. And one other shout out is my friends at pinballinvasion.com, who have this awesome gear, including hats like this Nudge King hat, which you probably can't see because of the lighting. But anyways, that's it for me. I thank you guys again for having me on the show.
Yeah. And I'm Joel. I do the Triple Drain Pinball podcast, and I also do this stream as well every Wednesday night. So everybody that was here, thank you so much for being here tonight. Chat was very active. It was awesome to have everyone here. And yeah, if you're watching this afterwards, thank you for watching the video. I am out next week. I have a work trip, so there will be no stream next week. But there is, I actually during the stream got a message from Keith. So I have new code. I have new code for Jaws. So I don't know if that code will still be considered beta in 2 weeks, but if it is, I will be streaming it. And if it isn't and it's released, I'll still be streaming that. Also, Zach got Jaws toppers, and if you can tell, this is blank. So I'm hoping Zach sends me one, and if I can get one, I'll make sure I get a camera stuck on that. I think you should stream Maiden. I'd do that. I would stream that. But yeah, I'm hoping if I can get a Jaws topper, I will definitely get a camera on that to show what that looks like when we stream. So yeah, no stream next week. Probably Jaws premium with new code, potentially topper the week after that. We'll see what happens.
Still coming to this area?
Huh? Oh yeah, yeah.
Coming?
That was the other thing. So I'm actually where I'm traveling. I'm flying into Dallas Fort Worth Monday. So I'm pinging Hadi, and there's a chance I may be a part of his in real life stream. You need to get a bigger mirror. You need to get a bigger mirror. Otherwise, I'm going to be standing right up next to you so we can both have our faces, in the mirror. It'll be great. So I might
just need a big enough mirror for Joel's beard.
Yeah, it'll be great. So yes. But hey, I appreciate everyone. Thanks again for being here. And so no stream next week, but we'll see everybody the week after that. So later.
Thanks.